Hey everybody, Jason Ricci here. Recently, we had a fella who commented that he didn't believe that overblows were real. And he said that he was convinced that maybe guys were, switching harmonicas and he just really truly didn't believe that the physics of the way the reeds interact made overblows possible. I was surprised, and some comments were made, by Emil, like he believed that I was lying. I took the comment and I put it on Facebook, and not to make fun of Emil, but really to bring attention to like the kind of phenomenon that's been happening lately on the internet where, it doesn't matter what your credentials are. Information is so free right now, right? That there's a lot of people that don't believe information that's on the internet. Emil was one of them, and rather than being some kind of a political conspiracy or something like that, and hey, look, I'm not one of these people that believes that there's no conspiracies that exist. I believe there probably are some. There has been in the past, right? Many. But it was pretty funny that it happened in the harmonica world. Let's check out the video. Okay, so we're recording now. The first thing I want to say is in no way, in any way, am I here to try to like make fun of you or give you a hard time or any of that, right? And I never believed that you were trolling. I thought maybe for a little bit you just didn't understand. And then when somebody said that you had overblows on your website on the charts, then I thought again, okay, maybe he is trolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to let you know, I have nothing but love for you, okay? And I'm here out of the goodness of my heart to show you that overblowing is real, okay? And I think this video may be helpful to people, period. So with your permission afterwards, I would hope to post this, so not only so that people can see that overblowing is real, but that you're also just a guy that has some questions and is not trying to be a dick or difficult or any of those things.
No, I really do mean to look critically at how the mouth harp works, and I don't want to, upset anyone, and I wasn't trolling you.
Well,
So
it created quite a buzz. I did put the comment on Facebook and in a nice way. I didn't say anything. Now you did mention in one of your comments, okay, that you didn't believe that it was a conspiracy, and you didn't like that people were saying that you were thinking it was a conspiracy.
yeah.
But then you did say also that you thought that Howard and Adam and myself and Tomlin were also lying. So you can see why some people would think that you believe it's conspiracy, because if we're all lying about overblows, then by default, we're involved in a conspiracy of some sort, right?
The way I see it is more like, I feel like that if it isn't possible, but people keep stressing that it is possible, and they don't take you seriously as a teacher, if you say that you can't do overblows, that might be a kind of duress, maybe, under which you would say that it is possible, even though it isn't. So I felt more like you're being forced to say it than, than it being a conspiracy.
Okay, that makes perfect sense, right? So just that, like, there's this thing that doesn't exist called overblows, and we are saying that not only do they exist, but and somehow we know that they don't because we're afraid that people won't believe us as real harmonica players, teachers and stuff, if we don't believe that overblows exist, right?
Correct.
Okay, so let's get right down to it. So now let me ask you a couple of questions first. Like, so how do you think we were making those noises, those notes? How do you think we were playing chromatically if we weren't overblowing?
Well, when I see people demonstrate it, what I often notice is that the mouth harp is drops out of view, and then I, for instance, saw Adam Gustav. As far as I could tell, he was looking at what mouth harp he was really holding, and it looked like he was switching mouth harps. And I've also, like, I have a problem with the fact that they always, when they demonstrate it in a really fast way, and it's really difficult for me to tell whether they are really holding the mouth up that they are holding, and I can't really tell which tones are supposed to be overblows and which aren't.
Okay.
So it's just really unclear.
Okay, great. Super. Okay, so basically that we were switching harmonicas or for those notes is what you think might have been happening, right?
Yeah. Or
Okay.
sometimes tongue blocking and things like that. It just sounded like they were doing something else and were going really fast, so I couldn't tell.
Okay. I am happy to show you everything as best as I can. Now, I'm going to tell you my only fear today. My fear is that there is nothing that I can do that's going to convince you. That even if I do everything you tell me to do and hold the harmonica with no hand, without putting my hands over it, hold it right here and do it at any tempo that you want. My fear is that you are so sure of the physics that this can't happen that no matter what I do, you still won't believe it. So do you think that it's possible that no matter what I do, you still won't believe it?
No, I don't think that's possible. If you
Awesome.
prove that it works, then it works. That's definitely true.
Okay, I have 5 C harmonicas right here. Pick one, any one of them. Like, hold on, let me get another light going here. Okay.
How about the green one?
The green one. Okay. So it's a marine band. Okay. And it's in the key of C. Okay. I'm not going to let you leave the view of the camera. So, and you want me to go now? Earlier in one of the comments, you said blow every hole without bending, right?
Yeah.
All the way up the harmonica, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to do that. It won't be in any scale because the harmonica is not perfectly tuned to do that. Okay. So I'm going to start on one blow. Now that's one blow, one draw. 2 blow, 2 draw, 3 blow, 3 draw, 4 blow, 4 draw, 5 blow, 5 draw, 7 blow, 7 draw, 8 blow, 8 draw, 9 blow, 9 draw. My harmonica is stuck there.
That's okay.
There we go. All right, so. Okay, so now what?
Can you play the chromatic scale starting on C, like the bottom octave?
Yeah. Okay, so I have a hard time with the 1 overblow. Okay, but I might be able to get it. All right. So I'll start with 1 blow and then go to 1 draw bend, then 1 draw, and then I'll try to get 1 overblow. Now, in my new video that's on the 4 overblow, I talk about why I don't use the 1 overblow. So I could set this harmonica up by changing the action a little higher on the reed, but here we go. That's where it would be.
Okay.
That's where it would go. All right, now how about second octave?
Cool. Yeah.
All right, here we
fine.
go. This I can do. So here's 4 blow, 4 draw bend, 4 draw, 4 overblow. Here's the whole chromatic scale, and I'll stop on the overblows. Five overblow. Six overblow. So 6 blow, 6 draw bend, 6 draw, 6 overblow, 7 draw, 7 blow. Seven overdraw. Overdraw. Okay. What do you think? We're good?
I think, yeah, sounds awesome. I'm like, when you just like play just the chromatic scale, that makes it a lot clearer that it's doable. And when you do all of the fast stuff, you really can't hear it. So that makes it really difficult to understand. But like this, it's clear that it's actually possible. So that's cool.
That's amazing. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So, one of the reasons that like people, one of the things that people were trying to talk to you about was that it's not a force thing, an overblow. It's really like it's the same embouchure as a draw bend, except you're exhaling. Okay, so like when Adam taught it to me, which was like back in 1991 in Maine, or earlier, it might have been 90 or 89 even. I don't know. I was just a kid. He said, play the note and then bend it and then exhale. So what's happening is it's actually you're bypassing the blow reed, and the air is pushing down, not hard, just in a different way, and it makes the draw reed pop, not bend. It pops into a minor third above the original tone. So if 4 blow is the original tone, it pops up to a minor third of that note. So an E flat of C. So I'm playing C. So that's actually the 4 draw reed making the noise, not the blow reed. So the best way to get the overblow, Emil, is to first play 4 draw and then bend it a little bit and then try to exhale. And so here's my other C harp. This is a Suzuki Manji. Here's another one. It's a Hohner, right? And you can even hold them and bend the overblow up. Or right. So another Hohner. So draw, bend, embouchure, exhale. One more harp.
Have you ever tried to figure out how is it like 100% accurate the overbend that you get, or is it a little flat, or is the little like sharp, or is it how accurate is it?
Okay, well they're typically flat. So
Okay.
when you first hit them, they're typically below pitch. But as you get better, you can push them up into closer pitch. Now, some players that are better than me, like Philippe Gers, Konstantin Reinfeld, Howard Levy, they spend a lot more time on an overblow. Whereas I tend to treat them more like a blues player, where I use the note, but frequently in passing. Like on the 4 chord in my new lesson that's coming up tomorrow. Like I'll show you like one of the licks that I stole from Adam is like on the 1 chord. Right? So like I'll just use it on the way up. Now, the 6-hole overblow is a lot easier for me to get. So instead of like trying to hit it perfectly on pitch, what I like to do is just put a little bend in there. Or on like the 5 overblow, if I'm going down, instead of going like, I might do something like this. So I'll put a little bend on it. So instead of trying to hit it perfectly in pitch, I hit every pitch around it. I hit high, low, and in the middle and make it a pretty little vocal inflection, not unlike a regular bend note. That's a 6-draw bend. I'll do the same thing on the overblow. So I can bend it up to a major third So I can either hit 7 draw or I can bend it all the way up to another note. So it's certainly possible to hit them pretty accurately in pitch. It's really not too different than bending in that no matter how good you get, sometimes, always, someplace you're going to be a little bit off, right? Same as on a violin with a short fretless neck, or an instrument like the theremin, or a saw, or fretless bass, even fretless guitar. Sometimes you're going to be a little off. So what you use is vibrato and pitch inflections to sort of cover up the imperfections of the instrument. You know, same as on like a trombone too. Same thing, like where you got to kind of feel out where the pitch is.
Okay. Do you have to worry about your harp going flat sooner when you use it a lot, or isn't that really a problem?
It in the beginning, when I was learning overblows, it was a big issue, right? Because I thought that the harder I blew, the better I was going to get an overblow. What I discovered is that I actually started getting them when I didn't use much force at all. Now, it does help to have the reeds a little bit closer to the reed slot, okay? So when Howard Levy recorded UFO Tofu, and the first couple of Bela records, Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, he used golden melodies with just where he just changed the action, or the offset is what I call it action, the distance of the reed from reed plate, the same as I would call action on a guitar, the distance of the string from the fretboard. Okay, so he changed the action a little closer. So, but I learned the technique on out of the box marine bands that were very bad at the time. They're much better now. Most harmonicas today, what I really wanted for today, for this lesson, I just didn't have it, was a harmonica that was still in the plastic or still in the box that I could take out and show you, so that you wouldn't think that maybe these are trick harmonicas or something. Now, they have been worked on, but all you need to do is set the action. Oh God, and the lower the harmonica, sometimes the harder it is to hit the overblow. Like here's a low D, Suzuki Manji. So you can hear that struggle. So the lower I go, that's why the one hole overblow is so difficult. Now on an F harmonica, I don't have as hard of a time with that. Still have a hard time. I can't give it vibrato. Yeah.
Is there only like a low end limit where you can do the overblows and the overdraws, or is there also like a high end limit where it doesn't work anymore?
Well, it's just like bending in that sometimes certain ones are easier on lower, like 7 overdraw is much easier for me anyway on like a low F or a G or an A flat, A, B flat, B. You start getting up to C, and that note is harder to hit. E, E flat, D, F. Then it becomes a more precise movement of the mouth. Same as bending, like bending a 10 blow bend on a G harp is a lot easier. It's still hard, but doing that same thing on an F harp is nearly impossible, right?
Okay. Well, I think it's clear to me anyway. So.
Okay, so with your permission, I'm going to put this up as a public service announcement to everybody. And I'd like to thank you for being so cool. And so many people, I on the Facebook forum, some people were pretty mean. Okay. And I tried not to like or respond to any of those comments. I did tell people over and over again, I really didn't believe you were trolling, right? I really didn't. And in the explanation that you gave just showed me that there was a misunderstanding, okay? And you single-handedly, increased major traffic to my next video, right? Like my next video has already gotten like 20 something likes and like 35 comments, and it hasn't even come out yet. And that's because of you. So thank you so much. Thank you for being so calm and kind and non-judgmental. I wanted to be the same. It was a little hard when I heard you say that we were lying, right? Or that it was sleight of hand, right? That was a little hard to deal with, but like I tried to be cool. And thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay,
my apologies for the lying comment then.
Beautiful, man. Thank you very much. And hey, man, stay in touch. You got my email now and my Skype. Hit me up anytime.
Cool.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.